In this video, we're gonna see how to work with Excel sheets using Python, or we can say how to automate Excel operations using Python. So the library that we are going to use for this tutorial is Openpyxl. It provides lot of methods like we can read from the Excel file, or we can write some data to the Excel file, or we can perform some arithmetic operations like addition or subtraction, and we can also draw plots to the Excel file using this Openpyxl library. So the Excel file that we are going to use for this tutorial is this Excel file. So I have some data here, as you can see, name, course, branch and semester. So this is a dummy data. So to install the OpenPyXL, open your command prompt and type pip install OpenPyXL. So wait for a few seconds, it will take some time to install. As you can see, it says requirement already satisfied. So that means I am good to go. So just create a new file. In this case, my file name is tutor2.py. So let's import our OpenPyXL. So now we have imported the OpenPyXL. So let us define a variable called path equal to. In this case, just pass the location of the Excel file. So the name of the Excel file is worksheet.xlxx. So now we have the path of the Excel file. So we need to pass this location of this Excel file to the load workbook method. So workbook object equal to openpyxl dot load workbook. Say the just pass the location of the Excel file. Now we have the workbook object. So we need to select the active sheet. So active sheet means it will grab the first available sheet from that workbook. So let's grab our active sheet. So sheet object equal to workbook object dot active. So now we have the sheet object. We can select the shell we want. So in this case, I'm going to grab the value of the shell. So this is row 1 and this is column 1. So the location of this shell is row 1 and column 1. So we can grab that value using so shell 1 equal to sheet object dot shell. Inside this, just pass the row 1 column value. So in this case, row 1 equal row 1 and the column 1. So let's print our cell 1 dot value. It should give us the value name. As you can see, it gives us the value name. If we change the column to 2, it will give us the value course. So let us see that now. If we change the column to 2, as you can see, it gives us the value course. So now we have seen how to grab a single value from that Excel file. So let us now see how to grab multiple values. We can also use a for loop to get all the records from this Excel file. So let us see that now. First of all, we need the maximum rows and columns. So rows equal to sheet object dot max row. This will give us the maximum row available in that worksheet. So columns equal to sheet object dot max column. So let's print our sorry, this is max column. So let's run now. As you can see, we have maximum 5 rows and 4 columns. So we have 5 rows and 4 columns. So if you want to get all the values from this first column, we can use a for loop. So for I in range, our value will start from 1 until row plus 1. So the cell object is equal to sheet object dot So say this, just pass the row equal to I. So the row will be changed if you want to get the all the column values, because so in the first for loop it will get this value, so and in the second loop the row value will be changed but the column will not change because we need to get the first column. So that's why we use the for loop. The column equal to 1. So let's print our cell object dot value. So this is rows here. As you can see, it gives us all the values from the first column. So if you want to get the all the values from the first row, just change these two column plus 1, and let's change these two row equal to 1 and the column equal to I. So this will give us all the values from the first row. So let's specify end equal to. As you can see, it gives us all the values from the first row. So if you see that in the Excel file, this is the value present in the first row. So now we have seen how to read the data from the Excel file. So let us now move on to how to write some data to the Excel file. So let's come over to our Python file and clear all this. So from Openpyxl, we're going to import the workbook. First of all, we need to create a workbook object. So workbook is equal to workbook. So now we have created our workbook object. So let us now create a new Excel file. So workbook dot save. So let's give a file name to sample dot xlxs. So let's save this and run now. As you can see, it finished successfully. So let's now open our file manager. As you can see, it's here. The new Excel file has been created. So if you open that file, as you can see, there is nothing present in that file. So let us now see how to add some data to this Excel file. So to add some data to the Excel file that we have created, we need to select the sheet. So sheet equal to workbook dot active. So we need to call the active so that it will fetch the first available sheet from that Excel file. So now we have the sheet. So we need to, so let's add some data to this place. So the location of this cell is row 5 and column 3. So cell 1 equal to sheet dot cell. So the location of that cell is row 5 and column 3. So let's give that row equal to 5 and the column equal to 3. So now we have defined the shell. So let's add some value to the cell. So c1 dot value is equal to hello. So let's save this and run now. As you can see, it says permission denied. So let's close this file. So click on save. So let's rerun now. As you can see, it finished successfully. So let's open that file again. As you can see, we have added the hello to this Excel file. So this is how we add some data to the Excel file using the shell method. So we can also append some data to the Excel file. So to do the just use the indexing. So shell to equal to sheet of, we're going to select the A3. So we're going to select the A3, that is this shell. So let's now add some value to that cell. So sheet 2 dot value equal to world. So let's save this. Before that, just close this Excel file because again it will give some error like permission denied. So let's run now. As you can see, we finished it executor. So let's reopen our Excel file. As you can see, we have appended the data to the Excel file using the indexing. So now we're going to see how to perform some arithmetic operations. So before that, we're going to add some numbers to the sheet. So sheet of A1 equal to 200 and sheet of A2 is equal to 400. So let's see how to add the value to the sheet A3. So in the A3 shell, I need the sum of these two shell, that is 400 plus 200. So I'm going to call the sum method. So sum, say this, I'm going to just pass the A1 up to A2. So let's save this and run now. So let's change the file name to sum.xlxx. So here it is. So let's open our sum.xlxx. So wait for a few seconds. As you can see, 200 plus 400 is equal to 600. So now we have seen how to perform the reading operation, writing operation, and also we have seen how to do some arithmetic operations, that is sum. In this case, we can also perform subtraction, multiplication, division in the same way like we did for the sum. So this is for this video, and I will meet you in the next one.